Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kevin Cole. I'm the chairman of US Asia Business Forum of North America, and also I'm the vice chairman of We Care for the World. And We Care for the World was a creation of three of us, me, Maria, and Edward, because we live in Hollywood, and in Hollywood we have all the representation of the 200 countries. 200 countries representation means we got to stop identifying ourselves as Indian, Pakistanis, Filipinos, Russian, African. It's better for us to identify ourselves as global people, because what happens in Los Angeles, in the City of Angels, it affects the whole world, whether it's in the Arab nations, or it happens in India, or it happens in the Philippines, or it happens in Russia. We are blessed to be Americans, and for all of you to know how blessed we all are who are sitting in this room. We are 5% of the world's population. 5% of the world's population consumes 30% of the GDP of the world. So that's who we are. And if that is who we are, then why can't we be global? Why can't we do Global Independence Day? Why can't we do things that affects for the goodness of the rest of the world? Because that's where we have come from. We have major problems in the world. We have problems in terrorism. We have problems in environment. There are a lot of talks about 2012. The world is coming to an end. All these things, mumbo jumbos, are happening every day in the world. You see it in the news. But what we can do as a society from the City of Angels helps the rest of the world. Thank you very much.
My name is Maria Amor. I already introduced myself earlier. I'll repeat this again. I am the president of We Care for the World, and also the chairman, founder of Exotic Fit for Humanity, a non-profit organization, and also president and CEO of Exotic Fit International. And I will talk about my platform later when you ask me questions. I'll hand the microphone to my four. Okay, next to me is Mr. Edward Acopian.
So, you guys need I don't need the introduction. I've been introduced already.
Yes, that's it.
I'm Edward Acopian anyway. So, I think it's everybody's fiduciary duty for Care for the World, because this is our home. And earlier we speak, like last week with Kevin and Maria, about I have experience with a general, U.S. general, Army general, and I talked to him, and we talk about, he say, we immigrants. Okay. He mentioned this word. I say, you're not immigrant, you're born in this country. He say, yes, I'm born in this country, but my parents came from England, from Switzerland, blah, blah, blah. And I say, you know, maybe you are an immigrant, but I'm not an immigrant. This is our home, America. Oh. So this is an old way of thinking. Our world is the whole world. We're not immigrant in any country. And I think we should care for the world, and we are citizens of the world. And it's like I said, and I'm mentioning again, it's our fiduciary duty to save this world. And this is the future of our children for generations and generations and generations. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. I'll just pick up on something that Mr. Akopian mentioned. By the way, I'm Yombo Aderito from Africa, but I see myself as an American, but most importantly, as a world citizen. And I'll pick up on what he said. That if you really look at it, we say America, and we're provincial about it. We're now looking at, at ourselves as Americans. So anything that affects America affects us. And we have to see it that way. America is the center stage, is the world stage, from which you can launch efforts to help other parts of the world. As it is, Africa has a lot of resources, a lot of untapped resources, and it appears to be the new frontier. And America needs to participate in that. And when I say America again, it's inclusive of everyone here. And that's why we are together. And we are launching US, Africa, and Asia. And it's global, really. And I think all of the countries will participate in the future. But it's a global thing. As they say, the world is flat. And it's as flat as, it can get.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we call Care for the World.
Correct.
Yeah. It's not about Africa. It's not about the United States.
It's
Russia,
the world.
We care.
Any country. We care for the world. Because it's the 21st century. We have to start thinking a new way. This is our home. Planet Earth. It's our home.
Yeah, and I think it's why we're here. Everything everybody would say they care for the world, but we formed this group because we want to revolutionize the way we care for the world. So we have different tactics to do that, right, Kevin?
Exactly. Mr. Rashmi Shah, prominent Asian American in America, and he has a lot of foundations. He's going to talk about U.S. and Asia Business Forum.
Okay, guys.
No, this is a great forum, and together we can make the difference. There are a lot of, in this room, there are a lot of B2B business opportunities. We meet quite often here on Thursdays, and many people find new venues, new avenues to take their business to the next level. So this happens here at US Asia Business Forum on a regular basis. On top of that, now expanding it worldwide, taking a global approach. I just want to give you one simple example, just thinking how can it make a difference. I don't know if you guys know it or not, when there's an Indian wedding, it's very elegant. In fact, it's like a 7-day, 5-day thing, and so much food is presented that it cannot be consumed. I went to one such party and there was this pastry from the famous Italian bakery. Each pastry cost like $4. At the end of the function, there were almost 800 pastries left. I asked the host if I can take these and give it to some organization, and very happily he gave it to me. I took it to the Los Angeles Mission. I don't know if you know it or not. On Sunday, they only serve one meal a day. Rest of the days they get 2 or 3 meals, but Sunday there's only one meal. On top of that, so they were so happy to see these famous names pastries, and they gave me a receipt which I gave it to the host. It means the host can get the tax write-off. So just a little work here, little thinking here can make the difference. What we can do globally, and we can also have to do something locally. This is our home. Also, we need to do, this is our motherland. We may have a motherland back in India, Pakistan, or whatever country, but this is equally our motherland. So I think together we can make the difference there. In the rest of the world, we can make the difference here. And US Asia, US Global Business Forum is playing a big role, taking a leadership, giving us the venues, giving us the opportunities. Giving us the opportunities, yes, global.
Global.
And maybe someday in different moon and different planets too. But right now just global. So yes, join in this effort. I think we can make the difference.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and this is not like our home.
By the
This
way,
is
I
our
do
home.
run my own, I have my own foundation here.
Right. Huh?
It's called the
What
Shah
is talking
Foundation.
Have to be
And I do shows from Bollywood for the benefit of building
The earth
schools
is
and
our
building
home. Anywhere we go,
hospitals.
it's our home.
And just to give you a simple example, in 2006 I did
It's a
2
21st
shows.
century,
From
yeah.
2 shows I was able to raise like
You know?
$160,000 just from 2 shows. So if you put effort, you can raise the money, community will support you, people will support you. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's start.